Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Revani Zulika. This is my video storytelling for complete final exam. Night Aaron. It was my father who first told me about Silent Colin and King Arthur and all the rest of them, and I was just a little boy the first time that Sir Let's Colin came to visit me. I was in bed in the back bedroom at the top of the stair, and he rode straight up the staircase on his horse, with his lance and his armor and everything, and stood at the end of the bed, with the horse rearing up every now and then and making that skin of gurgling sound that horse make while he talked to me. He kept his visor down so that I could not see his face, but the voice was very clear and powerful. He said I was never going to see his face, and he was right, I never have. He said he would always be there to help me or any maiden in distress that I might happen to hear about. And that if I like a call come along with him on some of his adventures. Well, you can imagine how I felt about that. I could not wait. I said I called to go and have an adventure right away. And with that, we can wait to Camelot first, and he showed me the castle and the moat and the drawbridge and the round table, and I met Merlin and Guinevere and Sir Galahad. And I watched them pressing, sword fighting, and jousting and having first. And Silent Scarlet introduced me to some of the maidens in distress that they had recruited. They had all fallen in love with him, of course, and would never leave him. But his heart belonged to Guinevere, and so he would let them give he a hug or a kiss. I said they could hug me instead, but they did not seem very interested in that. After we'd been in Camelot for a while, we went reading, with me sitting behind Sir Lancelot on the back of the saddle, and we found a maiden who was being kept prisoner in a tower by a horrible unearthly giant about 10 feet tall. Silent Scarlet told him he had better let her go if they did not want to be put to the sword. That's what Cainix do to you if you're bad. They put you to the sword, needless to say, the giant would not let the maiden go, so Sir Camelot had to put him to the sword. Then the maiden fell in love with Sir Lancelot and wanted to stay with him forever. He did not want her, of course. He did not seem to want to live with maidens, just risk them. Laid aside, his heart belonged to Guinevere. Speaking for myself, I would have been content with one or two of the maidens. Even though we'd been away for day and day, we were able to get back to my bedroom by morning. That was because Merlin called the magic, of course. My parents never knew that I had been away. He came back other night and we went on other adventures. Sometimes he rode right up the stair like he did on the first night, and sometimes he would have left the horse out on the driveway. I used to look down in at it in the moonlight, a beautiful pure white stallion kneeling the lawn and making that slight gurgling sound again. We fought and killed a dragon put in the sword because it had been eating virgin, which are a kin of maiden. It was a very big dragon, back then a red London bus. On another time we found a witch who was casting evil spell that made women give birth to hit babies and stop the cows giving any milk. We had to burn her at the stake, live on bonfire night, because that's the only way you can kill a witch. If you put them to the sword, they just come back to life again. Even after my father left my mother, Silent Scarlet kept coming to pick me up the night and taking me out the adventure. In fact, I think he came even more often after that left. He never wakened my mother. She never had the emulating on or the fell feet on the stair on the horse making that little gurgling sound, and I was always back in my bed before the morning. Then Larry came and started to visit my mother. He had a very loud voice and did not treat her very nicely, but his maid to like him never test. They used to go out drinking, and they would come back him talking loud and logging quite a lot, and sometimes he would stay until the morning, and I noticed that he used to hold her quite tightly by the shoulder, and I was not lodging that night. That was never rock with mom like that. He knew how you were supposed to treat me. Then I was worried about Larry. Just Judith, of course. I'm not sure if he's rescued any princess before, but he probably has. That's even better. That's reassuring. Imagine. After she's rescued, Princess Judith won't have to cry anymore. Maybe Siren Scarlet will marry her instead of Guinevere. I think she is better than Guinevere. Hey, guess what? I just heard Siren Scarlet morating somewhere nearby, and I have had a look out the window. His horse is down in the car park, carrying at some of the leaves in the flower bed. You can see it by the light of the big lamp in the middle. Since Khaled must be just outside on the street waiting for me, it's better get the sword and the Chopin subtitle and all the other thing. He has got a lot of work to do. Don't worry, Princess Judith, don't cry anymore. It's almost over now. We are going to be free and happy ever after. I'm ready, Siren Scarlet. It's time for all this evil to be sped away. Alright, thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.